an entrepreneur, or finding a better job? Which one would you choose? Today we're going to be talking about should I get a better job or become an entrepreneur? Because this is one of the most frequent questions I meet with during my coaching calls. So I'm depriving myself of some extra earnings today and I'm saving you some money. So here we go. Before we start, if you're new here, we talk all sorts of IT businesses here. So if you're new here, you're welcome to stay. And if you're a veteran here, welcome back to again. Now, should I get a job or become an entrepreneur? And let me dive straight into the answer and explain my point afterwards. And the answer is, if you're asking this question, then probably get a job. Because for entrepreneurial-minded people, this is not a question. The question is when and how. And let me explain this. Many potential entrepreneurs find employed work frustrating and limiting unless you're working for another great entrepreneur or serving some great purpose like flying to another planet or finding cures for diseases or developing some revolutionary technologies. Typically, entrepreneurial-minded people work for someone else only because A, they haven't realized they are entrepreneurs yet, or B, they have, but they are saving money and following some other venture on the side. And if you have a strong entrepreneurial spirit, you can only be really happy if you either serve some great purpose or if you're creating and leading ventures. And here the small advice would be, if you are an entrepreneurial-minded person, but you need to stay employed for some healthcare or maybe finance reasons, look for another great leader like yourself or for a great purpose to serve. Elon Musk once said that entrepreneurs are unemployable, meaning that they can't really work for anyone else. Period. It's not good or bad, it's just the way they are wired. And for different entrepreneurs, that aha moment might come at different stages of their life, either early in life or later in life, whenever they are or aren't ready. And if they aren't, their choice would probably be save some money and then quit to start their own venture. That said, desperation to leave your job should never be your motivation to start your own business. Instead, you should save financially for, say, 6 to 12 months runway to not have a salary. But most importantly, what you need to have is you need a vetted business idea and some sort of a plan to follow. Now, let me showcase one of the most frequent situations I find my clients in, and that is they are typically senior IT engineers or senior IT people, either tech or non-tech, who try to understand which direction they should take next. And this is the question that any person would meet at different stages in their lives, so it's natural to try to understand what you should do next. But for IT people, I would say it's slightly different because they work on new technologies, on inspiring projects, and it's easy to become over-enchanted by this startup world, startup hustle, revolutionary ideas, IT conferences, and all that glamour of high-tech world, including some potential skyrocketing revenues. But even despite many or most IT people, IT senior people, earn well enough to have a 6 to 12 months of savings and are well educated to have a B, solid business plan, it does not necessarily guarantee a success. In other words, even despite hard labor and that leap of faith and throwing your entire self on the altar of your business, you might still end up with less than you started, losing time and money in the process. Are you okay with that? The honest answer will likely be your answer to the question in the title, because it's not about how willing you are to reach your goal, but how well you will take your failure, your potential failure, because there will be many and there will be a lot of pain, and it's about your pain endurance that counts. So, how stress resistant you are? What is your pain endurance level? And are you okay with losing everything? Can't you reach your financial goals by finding a better job? Probably. And this is where we come to another important question, and that is, what is your motivation behind wanting to start your own business? If this is just make more money, perhaps better find a better job and save enough to start generating some passive income like rentals or investments or whatever. But entrepreneurship is about how active you are, not how magnificently passive. Money alone is not an indication for being an entrepreneur. A freelancer or self-employed person, maybe, but not entrepreneur, not money alone. And if you'd like to find out whether perhaps being self-employed or being a freelancer would work better for you instead having a full-time employed job, then go and watch this video next, where we talk exactly about that and where I share the questions that you should answer before you make a decision. See you there. An entrepreneur or finding a better job. Which one would you choose?